been so long since my last blue couch confession that I don't even know where to start. And I think that's a hard thing about um, writing or blogging about what's going on in your life, because if you don't keep up with it, and I think this is the same thing with journals, and maybe it's just me, I get so caught up in, oh, I didn't write about that one thing, that I just stop writing at all. And then you get more and more behind, and then all these expectations of myself start piling up, and then all of a sudden it's been a couple of months and I'm missing out on just thinking and reflecting on what's happened to me in the meantime. It's ridiculous. So I figured I need to just sit down and just do something just to get myself back into the rhythm of reflecting, because that is such an important skill that we all should do, whether it's on a piece of paper in your back pocket, a written journal, whether it's vlogging or blogging or just talking to a friend, whatever it is, that just making sense of what's happening in our lives is, I think, a really important practice. So, I mean, a lot of things have happened in the last couple of months that I really do want to write about, going back to probably early April with our spring break trip with some great friends of ours. And last weekend, I ran a 10K for the first time. That was pretty cool. And I turned 35 at the end of March, and just a lot of things just starting to change, and just things coming up that are changing that I just I'm not exactly sure how things are going to change and be different in good ways, but just different ways. So anyway, I thought I'd just tell a funny story about our spring break. It was kind of like the spring break that um, almost wasn't meant to be. We left with like the whole state of Michigan to drive down to Florida, and was stuck in traffic for literally 2 days. I mean, hour upon hour of feeling like, as my husband described it, stuck in rush hour traffic around Chicago, but for like 16 hours. And we're thinking, what in the world? We had never gone on vacation on spring break, and we thought, this is absurd. What are we doing on vacation this week? We should have just stayed home. And then we got to our condo that we had rented, and it took forever for us to let us get in. And I think we were the last unit to get cleaned that night. And it's the night before Easter, and we walked in, and it's trashed. The people that were there before us said, you just can't even imagine how bad it was. And this was going to be the place that we were bringing 4 little kids, and it was filthy, and there was glass under the beds, and the comforters had been stolen by the previous renters. I mean, everything bad about it you could possibly think about. And it was sort of like, well, what do we do now? We took this huge trip to get down here, and now we're in this place, and what are we going to do? And I just think that, looking back on it, what a good thing for us as parents and how we respond. I think your kids watch you, everything obviously, but when you're put into a difficult situation, like stuck in traffic forever, and expectations for a place that maybe didn't work out the way that you wanted to, they notice. And you know what? We just said, let's go get groceries. Let's put the kids to bed. Let's go walk down to the beach, and let's make this a really great week. And you know what? It was a really great week. We had a wonderful time down by the beach, and wonderful weather, and like the kids just played like crazy. We had Easter egg hunts and pancake breakfasts, and we did those little, resurrection rolls where you bake marshmallows on the side of rolls and then they disappear when you bake them, and crafts and collecting shells, and just all the crazy things that you do with little kids on a beach vacation in wonderful, beautiful, salty water weather. And along with half the people from our hometown, it seemed like, that we kept running into in town. And it was perfect. And about halfway through the week, we're like, what are we gonna, what are they gonna do for us and whatever. And they ended up comping our entire week. And that was about Wednesday, and we were leaving on Friday. So we didn't really know this until almost 3/4 of the way through the week. And yeah, as we're going through those couple of days, we're like, really, what is going to happen? They're not getting back to us. And then when we found out that the whole thing was paid for, it was like the icing on the cake, because really, you can look past a little bit of a difficult situation to be in and just still make it great, especially if you're with the right people that are willing to do that too. And the kids, they never missed a beat. And they really probably had not really that much of an idea of what was going on, probably, thankfully. And at the end of the day, on top of it all, we didn't even have to pay for it. So, which is probably good, because we spent a little bit of time over at the outlet mall across the street. But it was great. And I just think that if you're able to have friends that you can travel with, or your family, where they can be so just laid back and relaxed and just roll with it and just make whatever situation into an amazing time, then those are some good friends. And so that was our spring break adventure. And that was just one of the many things that have happened over the last couple of months. And hopefully I'll have the energy or the time or just the wherewithal to just sit down and just jump into thinking about what's happening in my life. And I hope you do the same in yours. Just really thinking about what happens to you, and just putting some meaning to those situations and those memories. Have a great day.